Hi, I'm Rahil Shahzad Robson, and today we'll talk about document analysis, which is a research methodology. Document analysis is a systematic procedure for reviewing or evaluating documents, both printed and electronic, computer-based, and internet transmitted material. Like other analytical methods in qualitative research, document analysis requires the data be examined and interpreted in order to elicit meaning, gain understanding, and develop empirical knowledge. The analytical procedure entails finding, selecting, appraising, making sense of, and synthesizing data contained in document. Document analysis yields data, quotations, or entire passages that are then organized into major themes, categories, and case examples, specifically through content analysis. So these are the 8-step planning process which is involved. So before actual document analysis takes place, the researcher must go through a detailed planning process in order to ensure reliable results. According to author, he outlined this 8-step planning process that should take place not just in document analysis but all textual analysis. And these are the steps: make a list of text, culture, and language consideration, address biasness, develop skills for document analysis research, make sure the credibility of the document, knowing the data, ethical consideration, and backup plan. And then comes the framework analysis, which is more organized. And these are the 5 stages. And the first one is familiarization. It refers to the process during which the researcher becomes familiarized with the transcripts of the data collected, that is interview or focus group transcripts, observation or the field notes and gains, and overview of the collected data. Then identifying a thematic framework. The second stage occur after familiarization, when the researcher recognizes emerging themes or issues in the data set. And then indexing as a third stage. It requires that one identifies sections of the data that correspond to a particular theme. The data is lifted from its original textual context and placed in charts that consist of heading and subheading that were drawn during the thematic framework. The final stage, mapping and interpretation, involves the analysis of the key characteristics as laid out in the charts. The analysis does provide a schematic diagram of the event or phenomenon, thus guiding the researcher in their interpretation of the dataset. So here are some uses of the document analysis. Documents can provide data on the context within which research participants operate. Bearing witness to past events, documents provide background information as well as historical insight. Such information and insight can help researchers understand the historical roots of the specific issue. Then information contained in the document can suggest some questions that need to be asked and situations that need to be observed as part of the research. For example, according to author, he published his paper in 2004. So he said document analysis to help generate new interview questions, as they conducted a longitudinal ethnographic study of service use among families living in poor urban communities. Documents provide supplementary research data, information, and insights derived from documents can be valuable addition to a knowledge base. Researchers should therefore browse library catalogs and archives for documents to be analyzed as part of the research process. Documents provide a mean of tracking change and development. Where various drafts of the particular documents are accessible, the researcher can compare them to identify the changes. Documents can be analyzed as a way to verify findings or corroborate evidence from other sources. If the documentary evidence is contradictory rather than corroboratory, the researcher is expected to investigate further. When there is a convergence of information from different sources, readers of the research report usually have greater confidence in the trustworthiness, or you can say credibility of the findings. Then there are some strength, limitations, and possible weakness of this qualitative method. Document analysis is less time consuming and it is efficient than other research method. It requires data selection instead of data collection. Many documents are in the public domain. Now we have internet access where almost everything is accessible. It is less costly than other methods as the data is already gathered in the documents. In document analysis, the researcher need to evaluate the content and sorry and select the data. So here are some examples in computing. Neural networks are powerful technology for classification of visual inputs arising from documents. A study published in 2003 suggested some best practices that document analysis researchers can use to get good results with neural networks. The most important practice is getting a training set as large as possible, and proposed convolutional neural networks are better suited for visual document tasks than fully connected network. Second example is uh, the intelligent document analysis in the insurance market. So in a study conducted in 2021, used supervised machine learning method to examining each document submitted by a customer to discover whether it is the one that was requested. The first approach, the document are handled as image, and they used convolutional neural networks, which I have explained in the first example. So in the second approach, they extracted the text from images and then they applied classification. The experimental evaluation was performed on documents that were provided by the insurance company and they were subsequently annotated. The documents were obviously in different formats like PDF, JPGs, etc. And they are different qualities regarding illumination, rotation, while containing a combination of Greek and English text. So they automated the process of recognizing the type of each submitted document. This is handled as a supervised learning problem where classifiers are trained on a manually annotated dataset of document. First, they pre-process to handle document quality issues, and the documents are provided by customers who use different capturing media, storage format, and surrounding conditions like lightning and all that when digitizing their documents. Then first, the documents were handled as images, while in the second approach, they converted each document into text with optical character recognition, which is OCR. And let's move to the third example. In computing, a published paper applied analysis to snippets of torn documents to calculate features that can be used for the reconstruction of a combined shape and a pictorial approach that solves the tearing paper problem. Skewing and segmentation are used for content and shape matching. Also, paper type, the writing type classification, color extraction, and the line detection were also used for clustering of different snippet types. So here are some reference of my study. So hope you liked it. Thank you.